My name is Chris.
My name is Bomber.
And you're listening to
This Week in Choo Central.
Yeah. I was doing a little bit of building with cork.
Were you?
I was making a coaster.
Oh, you're with your new 3D printer.
No, it's a laser cutter.
Laser cutter.
Yeah, that's
that's it. There's a difference, isn't there?
A little bit.
One cuts lazily, and the other's
prints 3Dly.
But cork is you've now reminded me of a joke.
Oh,
and we traditionally since last week, we've been
long-standing tradition. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you this joke, but I'll have to try and keep it short.
Yeah.
Picture the scene.
Okay.
Sicily. No. Picture the scene.
Yeah.
It's a small pub in Ireland.
Aye.
And the barkeeper's wiping the bar down, and there's no one else in the pub.
Oh.
Except for two elderly gentlemen sitting in the corner.
Uh-huh.
And the one says to the other, "You know, where are you from? You look familiar." And the other one says, "I'm from South Cork."
Oh.
And he says, "Oh, now isn't that a coincidence? I'm from South Cork too." He said, "Oh, whenabouts did you live there?" He said, "Well, I grew up there in the early 50s. He says, "Oh, that's when I grew up there." And so you probably would have gone to one of the high schools there. Did you go to Adelaide High? He says, "I did. I did."
Oh, my.
Oh, he says, what year did you go to Adelaide High? He says, "Well, it was the late 60s from 68 to about 72. He says, "Oh, wow, that's amazing. I did as well." Next, you'll be telling me that you had Mrs. O'Reilly as a teacher.
No.
He said, "Yeah, I did. I had her for me teacher." And just then,
Aye.
a policeman bursts in. And he walks over to the barman and he says, "Seems quiet here. Everything all right, barkeep?" And the barman says, "Oh, yes, Policeman O'Reilly. It's all good. Just the Clancy twins getting drunk again." That's 3 minutes you'll never get back again.
Thank you. I did so enjoy them. And I'm going to enjoy our episode today, where we are going to be speaking about updates and the front page of the murder that happened in Plett, which is really grisly, really hectic, but very intriguing. We're going to be speaking about the AGM feedback and the Knysna, well, not the Knysna, the Outeniqua Choo.
The Outeniqua Choo, yes.
I haven't read a lot of these, so I genuinely am excited about a bunch of these. We've got a really interesting bit of feedback from our one ward councillor, Livale Davis of the DA.
We have, yeah.
And then we'll see if we do have time to speak about those YouTubers who have a certain perspective on Sedgefield versus Knysna.
That's it.
Okay, so here we go. Let's launch straight into it then on the front page.
Okay, so all eyes were on the courts over the on Monday because the court case of the murder accused Bevan van Druten.
Okay.
Okay, so the background we did talk about in our last, but the details were very scant.
I mean, it was
in
literally
the last edition. We'd heard about it just before I walked in. So apparently his girlfriend, fairly new girlfriend, he had only met her parents the day before this thing happened.
Yeah.
This is in Plett. Neighbors had heard of someone heard a woman screaming, and reported it to the police, and the police found her lifeless body, beaten, badly injured.
Okay.
So no, we haven't had details of the injury, so I don't know if it's beaten or what, but fatally injured, basically, lying next to a bakkie that belonged to Van
the accused.
Druten.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So the story was that he handed himself in, but that is incorrect.
Oh, is it?
He was arrested. The police say he was arrested and charged with murder.
Yeah.
He went to court on, I think...
It was Monday, wasn't it?
He went to court before that.
Okay.
And then they set the bail hearing for Monday.
Oh, it was the bail hearing, yes.
Bail hearing was on Monday, but now his choice of attorney, now I don't know if this was someone who was always his attorney or that he found him out of the blue, I don't know. Carl Jeppe Attorneys in Knysna, he turned the case down.
Whoa.
Yeah, he said, "No, I'm not defending this."
Oh, that's tough, yeah.
And one can understand in a small
Absolutely.
community.
Yep.
Yeah. So what happened at the court when it was announced that Carl Jeppe attorneys had turned the case down, he obviously needed time to
get
prepare
a new attorney.
a state attorney. No, a state attorney has been appointed.
Okay.
So the state attorney was given until today, funnily enough, to prepare for the case.
Yes, and today
as we speak, it could be going on.
We're recording on Thursday the 29th.
Yeah, so it
January.
was due to happen today. The magistrate Zukiswa Hans.
Yes.
Now she's Knysna's magistrate. Well, obviously in Plett as well. I think, if I remember correctly, she was the first female black magistrate.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's
And
interesting. Okay.
she's tough, eh?
Yeah.
She's tough.
Why do you say that?
Because she was sitting for at least part of Sean Kelly. Do you remember Sean Kelly, that murder story from a few years back?
With the hammer. Oh, yes.
Tragic
Horrible story, yeah.
She was the magistrate for a good part of that case. You know, it went before a few people.
Yeah.
But I do remember sitting in, I think it was his bail hearing, and she's no nonsense.
Yeah.
Somebody sitting, she stopped court proceedings at the Kelly case, just to admonish someone who happened to be wearing sunglasses in her court.
Goodness,
She said, take those off.
Yeah.
Nobody sits in my court with sunglasses on.
Oh, interesting.
So, yeah.
Okay. So she's hardcore. I think it's in good hands.
So I've chatted to a couple of legal people, and they say chances of her giving him bail are few and far between.
Really? Because that's what the front page is on, right? On people saying he should not
This is
be
not
given
an
bail.
isolated. This isn't a domestic squabble that went wrong. This is not an isolated case. People have come forward. He had at least 5 court cases against him.
Wow.
What do they call them? Court.
Court orders. The
restraining orders.
Yes,
that's it.
Yes, restraining orders. So you can't come close to me
Can't
from a bunch of
at
people.
least
5 people.
5
Wow.
different people. Part of the front page story is my chatting with one of the ladies.
Oh boy,
an elderly
yes.
lady who I hope she doesn't mind me calling her elderly, but she and a friend used to live opposite Mr. Van Druten.
On the island, was it?
On the island.
Yeah.
She didn't want her name mentioned. But yeah, he assaulted them he tormented them for a long time, and eventually assaulted them.
Yeah.
Breaking one of the lady's hands. The other one, he threw her on the ground. He punched her in the face, threw her on the ground, and kicked her.
This is horrible to hear.
Horrible to hear.
Oh my goodness.
And that, as I say, this is just one. The reason we included it was just to sort of show how dangerous this man was.
That's right.
You know, as I say, if it was an isolated case, we might look at different things. But he really was a bad piece of work, it seems.
Wow.
From what the reports we are getting in.
Yes.
She was one of those that had an interdict against him, and had a police case. She sent me the case number.
Yeah,
definitely a police case against him.
Yes, I would think so.
Sure.
Yeah. Goodness gracious.
So that's a bit of a scary thing. So I suppose the community. In Plett, especially where he now resides, he has left Sedgefield. He lives in Plett. The community is hoping that he doesn't get released. There was quite a few people protesting outside the court.
That's the front page picture.
Yes,
is it?
The placards that they arrive with saying no.
Yeah.
Please don't release him.
Absolutely not.
And
wow.
look, the country at the moment, well, for the last few years, has been on this campaign against women, crime against women and children.
Yeah, and gender-based violence.
Gender-based violence. That's the thing. So it is time that this stand is made. So tragic. I will post on the Edge Facebook page as soon as we have results of the court case.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I know.
Oh, horrible.
Absolutely horrible. Can we move on to some really good and exciting stuff in our small town? This is just
The
Absolutely
Knysna
fantastic.
Choo story.
Yes, I haven't read about this yet. I was excited. I mean, I read the start of the blurb to hear that the Outeniqua Choo guy was there at the AGM.
At the Central Ratepayers AGM. And they said, if we had a turnout like this every year for the AGM, we'd be very, very happy. They had record turnout.
Is it? All our listeners.
Which was great. I mean, they're a really hardworking group of people. Yeah. So it was good they had such a turnout. But yeah, all ears were on the gentleman, Alan McVitie.
Okay.
He's the CEO of Classic Rail. They are the guys that won the bid
the tender
to restart the Outeniqua Choo.
Yeah.
He reckons it's all going, and the detail he gave, it's not pie in the sky. It's all going ahead.
It's happening. It's actually happening.
Yeah, they're getting a whole lot of stuff in line.
Yeah,
online. Things have been signed. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff going on. He's an engineer himself, and he's been walking on the Knysna railway bridge across the lagoon to make sure that what repairs it needs.
Greeting the fishermen
and so forth. They've got people who have sponsors, as in big amounts sponsor. But the biggest news for us was the fact that he basically said Sedgefield will be the central hub.
Isn't that is fantastic?
Awesome.
That is great.
Yeah. So what his research showed was that the original trip, which was Knysna, Sedgefield, George. So all in one, you'd buy a ticket in Knysna and you go all the way through to George.
Yeah.
And then either drive back or catch the train back later in the day. That was too long. They said these days travelers want a shorter experience.
Okay.
So they're going to run I think it's called the Railway Experience, the Railway Museum Experience.
Okay, cool.
Which is going to be from Sedgefield to George.
Okay.
And then they'll see. Yeah. And then the other one is the one from Sedgefield to Knysna.
That is so
cool. You notice I'm putting Sedgefield first.
Well, it is. Yeah. It's first. That is cool.
It really is cool. And so they're going to be there's going to be a sort of a huge steam workshop based in Sedgefield.
That's
it
could be the coolest sentence you've said.
Yes, yeah. Can you imagine? It's just great. Yeah. Running workshop just built north of the current where the station is. I asked the question because we all worry about the Groenevelds, Joe and Louisa, who run the pie shop.
Yes. Yeah.
and other food as well.
Yeah, but
foremost on my mind is meat
pie. You got to get a pie.
And they've been there from when the train used to be there.
So they've been maintaining it
since we've been here. We got here in '98, and they were here already.
Really? Whoa.
And so I asked, are they included?
Yeah.
And Alan, when he mentioned Joe and Louisa's, he said his answer was yes. But there's a big but. We have to all chip in and get Joe a pair of shoes. Joe, who runs the steam whistle stop, seldom seen in shoes unless it's midwinter, and then he might wear slops. Apparently him and Alan McVitie go back a very long way. So that Joe and Louisa's steam whistle stop will be a big part of the attraction.
That is fantastic.
But can you imagine all these people coming to catch the train in Sedgefield and head to Knysna, or catch it and head to George.
Yeah.
And then, tour buses will be coming here.
Of course.
Hopefully they'll be having a look around Sedgefield.
Of course, yeah.
And celebrating our potholes.
The potential. Well, we've got a lot to sort out then, haven't we?
We do have a lot to sort out.
Yeah. But that'll be great. That's going to create, I think, a lot of jobs, a lot of opportunities.
It really will put us on the map again. I mean, we're already on the map.
We are.
But even more so on the map. On the train map, which is good. Yeah.
And it is very good to be there and to hear about all of this, and so looking forward to all those updates. And we've also got an update with regards to how the budget was spent and kind of done over the period all the way up to December of last year. And this is what Levail was reporting on or analysing, giving us some analysis of.
So they had a meeting yesterday, a council meeting yesterday.
Yeah.
And where they discussed, they were presented the the mid-year budget. They assessed the mid-year budget. They reviewed the December 2025 budget statement and also looked at the second quarter of the budget year, I suppose. Not the normal year, the budget
the financial year.
The financial
that one.
year. So Lavelle Davis, who's our Ward
1 councillor.
Ward 1 councillor, but he's also, it says here, the caucus leader, DA Knysna caucus leader.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought it was someone else.
Yeah, it's basically an overview. And basically he's saying, well, let me put it in his words.
Yeah, because there are some scary stats and very, let me say, interesting numbers here, which I think speak a lot for themselves.
Volumes,
it's kind of difficult to hear these and then say, oh, well, that's just the DA putting a spin on it.
Yeah. So he says analysis of these reports revealed significant financial and operation concerns across capital expenditure, debt collection, administrative capacity, and service delivery. So basically he's saying things are not. It's saying the municipality has, in management oversight, it achieved only 34% of its applicable targets.
So it's only reaching 34% of what it was supposed to be.
Yeah,
targeting, spending, doing, using.
He says it's administratively paralyzed.
Okay. Well, this was I think it was a quote or something like that from there where he said there's kind of a mask, a superficial sort of layer of stability, because it does. I've honestly had a bit more of that impression. It feels like more stable.
And I think because we've got a municipal manager that is coming to Sedgefield, so it feels like we're getting more attention. Yeah. We've got a very positive mayor who hasn't got anything, no background of any wrongdoings. And he does come across both in front of the camera and, I have to say, behind the camera. And
in disguise.
He comes across as a good, solid personality.
Absolutely. Okay.
But anyway, back to these figures. So according to Lavelle, capital expenditure stagnation is severe. Only 10.7% spent midway through the financial year. So 10.7 capital expenditure.
So they've only spent 10%, ultimately 10% of what should have been spent, what was allocated to be spent. Only 10% of it has been spent.
Yeah, he says basically that means service delivery is failing.
Yeah.
Outstanding debtors. Wait for this.
Yeah.
594.2 million.
That does not compute.
No, it doesn't.
What?
594.2 million rand is outstanding, with organs of state. I don't know that means musical organs or
I thought it was
livers
a liver.
or I don't know.
Oh,
anyway, organs of state and business
tummy
are responsible for 37% of that.
Now, I'm surprised by that, because that is a huge number, that almost 600 million rand. That's kind of outstanding.
So basically, they're failing on collection of money.
Yes, with individuals and not just big businesses. These aren't just kind of one or two.
Individuals and organs of state.
Oy. Yeah.
So that's really, really hectic. There's a 40 million rand smart meter project.
Yeah, we know about that, right? Yeah.
Which remains unprocured.
Oh, no.
Despite being essential to address the more than 50% water losses. So we've spoken about the water losses before.
Yeah. And
they're saying that the water meter project just hasn't been procured. I think the tenders are still out.
But that's ridiculous. So they're saying ultimately then that they've put this out, but there aren't viable companies to use to actually do this?
It sounds like it hasn't been awarded yet. It hasn't been procured. Yeah. Traffic fines and security are being managed through deviations instead of proper procurement. Employee arrears are 1.8 million. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
So that's obviously what they owe.
Okay.
unspent grants of 29.7 million. So these are grants that come from, I would imagine, national government
I would
and
think
provincial government. They're not spent.
Well, we almost we lost that one grant, didn't we?
Yes, yeah.
And that'll be part of it. And
that'll be part of it, yeah.
Oh, these are not good things. Where was all this information when we were going to be put, and when the Knysna municipality was going to be put under administration?
I don't know. I don't know if it was received, but obviously that the administration decision was last year, not now. So 111 unfilled staff vacancies, he says, particularly in technical roles, which is preventing basic planning, maintenance, and oversight from occurring. Yeah, that's a scary situation. Not positive at all.
This is damning.
Yeah, he says it's an unmistakable reality check that Knysna municipality has failed to bridge the gap between its promises and its performance. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm stuck because I'm kind of hoping that this isn't a DA. Let's get more votes thing.
Yeah.
But then I'm also hoping that maybe it is.
Yeah.
Is it really that bad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Scary. It's a scary amount of information to take on board. Let's hope that we get a more positive report coming from the government itself, from the municipality itself. This only arrived on my phone today. I haven't had a response.
Okay.
That's an official response.
I'm sure there will be.
If there will be one from the Knysna municipality.
And that was really nice. In the one edition, I remember of the Edge, there was kind of the DA side, and then there was also the ANC side, and it was still, I think, the ANC mayor at that point.
Yeah.
Well, it
is an ANC mayor.
Yes,
still,
so
but it was
the previous
old
one.
Mayor. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was quite helpful. It would be great to get that sort of perspective on this.
If you can, and it doesn't always happen. Quite often, there will be a very small amount of information coming from the municipality. They have a very good communications department, but that communications department has to extract information from the directors.
I'm sure, yeah.
And we also have to be honest,
Yes, we should.
Giving the newspaper the right information might not be top priority when you are in the middle of a water crisis or an infrastructure crisis or whatever. It is all important, especially to me.
Yeah.
But they kind of, they might be saying like, wind your neck and I just need to get these pumps fixed or this. Or they might not want the craziness to be publicized.
Exactly. Yeah, I have a feeling it may very well just be the latter of that.
Yeah.
There are many a comparison that have been made between Knysna and Sedgefield as just kind of jewels and icons of the garden routes. Beautiful places. Of course, there are other places like Wilderness and George and everything like that.
Are there? Do they really exist?
I'm not sure. I've heard they're in a distant land.
It's legend, I think.
Somewhere
legend.
Somewhere over the bridge, which I doubt even exists at this point.
Yes, yeah.
But we've had some YouTubers, and I haven't even seen this, some YouTubers kind of checking this out.
I know. Someone shared a link with me of, it's a couple. I think their names are Rian and...
You got this.
I got
Believe
this.
in yourself.
I'm saying Patricia, but Marguerite. Is it Marguerite? Katrina. Close.
Katrine, not Katrina.
Katrina.
So this is
Katrine.
This YouTube couple, 21 Himoon. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but we'll put the link in the description. You can definitely check it from there. I haven't watched this yet.
Okay.
But what they did now is that they came and visited Knysna and Sedgefield.
They are from Germany.
Yes.
Okay. So
from
clearly they are YouTubers and they record a lot of their lives on YouTube.
Yeah.
A lot of followers. And
they show different lifestyles kind of all over the world, and specifically around being digital nomads, being able to live. I mean, this is quite a relatively new phenomenon of people being able to live anywhere.
Anywhere and work anywhere. Yeah.
And
what a life.
And so they were showcasing what that's like.
I'm not sure that he works because during the YouTube thing, he said, Catherine had to go and work. Yeah. So I decided to go foiling. Foiling.
There we go.
And foiling isn't putting a bit of tin foil over a comb and making noises. No, foiling is kind of like a a modern version of windsurfing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looks. I haven't tried it yet.
I've seen someone try it.
They're on surfboards that are sort of self-propelled somehow with a small sail.
You're getting too technical for me.
They hold a small
lost.
sail in front of them. Anyway, that aside.
Yes.
So they decided to spend time in Sedgefield and time in Knysna.
4 weeks apiece.
4 weeks apiece.
Okay.
Was it 4 weeks apiece or 2 weeks apiece? No, 4 weeks.
I think it was 4, yeah.
Yeah. Leisure Isle in Knysna and
the island.
The island in Sedgefield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An island tour.
They were saying how wonderful Knysna was, and it's a great place to be, and so much to do, so much choice. And then he said, but the roads, the road, the traffic in Knysna is diabolical.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. Yeah, not a happy.
So they were around
town.
here. He ran the Knysna Marathon. So he would have been around here in that time as well.
Oh, July last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's when it was
Is
filmed.
that when they recorded it, do you think?
I think so.
Okay.
I just saw it just from the little bits of information that I gathered. It seems like he ran that.
And then they decided to come and spend the same amount of time in Sedgefield and do a comparison. And he said, the answer is that Sedgefield wins hands down.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he had quite that accent, the hello accent. His voice was far softer, far less military. Yeah. But he basically said Sedgefield is wonderful.
Yeah.
The community. He spoke about South Africans on the whole.
Yeah.
And saying, not Kimberley, I mean South Africa everywhere.
Broader, yes.
Saying how wonderful we are.
How cool is that?
And look at me. I'm Zimbabwean and
British,
you're
counting.
But I'm claiming that.
You're claiming it, yeah.
I've been here for almost 30 years. So.
Exactly.
Anyway, he was saying that people are great, but the sense of community in Sedgefield, he says, knocks Knysna out the park.
Wow.
Yeah,
how's that,
he was so happy. The farmers market, all the markets.
Of course, that will be, yeah.
Just he says, we've got lovely restaurants here, and he's right. Lots of things to do, nice and quiet, relaxing.
Yeah.
He says, what a place.
What a place.
We're famous at last.
Yeah.
And I hope he doesn't complain when the noise of the choo-choo comes through.
Yeah. Oh, no one's going to complain about it. Well,
No.
I'm sure someone's going to complain about that at some point.
Might.
But we'll
that actually came up.
That is interesting. I haven't thought of that.
Yeah, in the AGM, we're going back to the choo-choo now. Someone said, "Oh, have you worked out what's going to happen with all the developments that are near the track?"
Yeah,
and he answered. I think he was talking about the properties that are owned by Transnet.
Oh, okay.
Which he says should now be part of the Classic Rail thing.
Yes.
Because it's part of the line and they are renting the line. So there are properties owned by Transnet, little station houses, the station itself, and all that. And little Transnet homes, basically, accommodation for staff and whatever.
Yeah.
But I think what the person asking the question was talking about was, well, Aviemore. Basically.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I mean, there are new developments. There's Ale Street. There's all
so
those places.
Aviemore must be quite close to the railway track.
I would think so, yeah.
But I don't think the Outeniqua Choo-choo will run at night, so I don't know if there will be a problem.
Yeah.
I think it might even up the value of the properties, having the train going, the choo-choo going.
Can you imagine, as kind of tourists or whatever, you come in and then you walk out of the train station, and if you can walk to some sort of accommodation, and that's prime situation. Yeah, very, very cool. Okay, we just, of course, went back to that.
Yes, of course, because it's such great news. Yeah.
But a lot of really interesting things to figure out from here to consider, to discuss.
Have we covered all the topics, though?
We've covered everything, for this week. And I've still got a lot of reading to do on the Edge, and we'll be able to...
enjoy it. There's a lot of news and stuff in there.
It was nicely laid out this time round.
Are you insinuating that it's not normally?
I mean, when someone says you're looking good today, do you immediately go, oh, so I look ugly other days?
Yes, I do.
I agree.
But you're looking good today. Yeah, just putting that out.
Thank you. I shaved.
Oh, you shaved. Okay, there we go.
All right, I'm going to go read The Edge.
Okay, good. I'm going to go and start working on the next one.
Okay, enjoy.
It's been real.